Well, welcome back to A Minute with Alan. This episode is for Leon, and I'll get to that. But it's very important to have friends and network and to keep contacts. I'm told people just go to Harvard to make contacts. It's not about the education. And from what I can see lately, I believe that's probably true. And so I had a problem with my pool out here, first world problem. But I couldn't get the pool to work correctly on its remote system, which shows up of all places on my phone, modern technology. And the pool people were having trouble solving this. They didn't respond to my emails. And when I called their helpline, it was high tech, high touch. The high tech was I was on a helpline. The high touch was the voice that said, "We'll be with you in 70 minutes." That's 70 minutes. So I thought back, and ironically, this pool company was a client of mine 20 years ago. And they make great equipment, fabulous. And I was out in Los Angeles, outside of Los Angeles, when 9/11 hit. My wife called me that morning, I don't know what it was, 7 o'clock LA time, or she woke me up. She said, "Turn on the TV and watch what's happening here." And I was working for this company out there, and we all got together. I was out there with the president and the senior team. And we decided that we would continue our objectives for that day and the next, but after that, we would all go back. And planes were grounded, and so the president of the company and 4 or 5 people decided to drive back. And I said to the marketing executive, and that's Leon, I said to him, how about we drive back together? I want to get back to my family. And if we do it together, we should be able to get back fairly quickly. We'll take turns. And we had a regimen. We do 4 hours each. And we talked to each other to keep each other awake. And we made 2 stops overnight. We got back in 2.5 days. We saw thunderstorms in the Rocky Mountains and lightning strikes miles away. And we saw beautiful vistas and wonderful water views. And whenever we went through a city like St. Louis, for example, there were American flags hanging everywhere. America was united together back then because of tremendous tragedy and cruelty. And we got back somewhere, I don't know, around Charleston or so forth, and we had to diverge. He was going one way, I was going the other. So he got his own car then. And subsequent to that, there was no GPS, and I took a map. The paper map we had bought for 35 cents in a gas station when we first gassed the car up in LA. And I had traced the route, and I framed it. I had it framed, probably 3 feet by 2 feet, and I sent it to him as a gift. Well, I was sure he had long left that company, but I looked him up on the internet, and I found him. And I got in touch with him, and I said, "Listen, here's the deal here." And he said, "I'm not with the company anymore, of course, but I know somebody who knows somebody." And he knew somebody who called me and spent an hour on the phone with me while I'm in front of the pool equipment with my cell and fixed the issue. And Leon said, "I still follow your work and it's good to see you doing well." And I said, "Well, I'm glad to see you doing well. You have great stuff on LinkedIn and so on." And he, like I, is a consultant. And we had great conversations coming cross country. And although we haven't spoken personally in 20 years, when I needed help, he was there. And that's what friends are for. And you don't have to go to Harvard to get them. Sometimes you do have to share some emotional experiences, but that's okay because it was a wonderful trip, really, in the worst of times. And Leon, this is for you. You're a great guy.